All right, let's call this meeting to order. Roll call.
All right. All right, roll call. Mitch Hodson,
Here.
James Coyle,
Here.
Scott Patchin,
Here.
Pam Louis-Reindl. Here. Jared Brammerson,
Here.
Terry Moyer. Here. Tyler Munson, absent.
All right. Pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you. Sorry. All right, proof of posting. A copy was delivered on 7/1. It was faxed to Star News, posted on the website, at the Blackhurst Municipal Building, at the Blackhurst Post Office, and on the website, www.blackhurstwisconsin.com, and it was faxed for posting to the State Bank of Cross Plains Blackhurst branch. All right, public input. Anybody got any public input? All right, hearing none, we'll go to action items, which is number 5. And as we go down this, we're not amending the agenda because it's on the agenda, but I want to remove reports in front of I, closed session. Unless anybody has any objections? No? Okay. All right. A, discussion action on request for BE events. Fireworks display, public amusement amplified device application for the park for August 12th and 13th. Street use for parade and fireworks.
The same company they used last year? Is it, do we know?
No, same company.
Same company.
Make a motion to approve the fireworks display application, the public amusement and amplifying devices, and the street closures for the PE events.
Second. More discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. So what about, we need to approve a temporary Class B license for field days, August 12th and 13th, and operator's license for Beth Marty.
So moved.
I'll second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. B, discussion action on operator's license for Alexis Held, Blackhurst Lanes.
Can I jump in on that?
Yep,
For setting,
please do.
setting fees for any of the approved, licenses. So the liquor license, the,
In the
operator's
past,
license.
Usually we
in the past,
waive
the
them.
village has waived those in support. That we're doing again.
Well, it's not on the agenda, so, I mean, we could do that, because it's on, all the stuff's on the agenda.
Yep.
I'd make a motion, we waive the fees for field days.
I'll second.
More discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
That's including all of them and the operator's license.
Yep. All right, back to B, discussion action on operator's license for Alexis Health.
I need a motion to approve the license for electric health for Blackhurst Lanes.
Jared seconded, all right. Any discussion on this? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, discussion action on resolution 2022-05, adopting the Village of Blackhurst annexed of Dane County Hazard Mitigation Plan. Who is emergency management? I don't think they've had one yet, so, okay. This is a, Dane County finally reviewed it, and it accepted, and it involves, work that we've done, through the Hazard Mitigation Plan, for our emergency management over the last probably year and a half.
Yeah. So this went from committee to the county to FEMA. FEMA's approved it, now it needs to be,
A resolution?
yeah, for us to in the program.
And it helps for future
Yep.
problems, so flooding and everything.
I'd move approval.
Second. Any discussion on it? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Discussion action on renewing Dane County Urban County Consortium Agreement, for CDBG funding. Let's see, where do we go on that? So that's a 3-year agreement. I'm still trying to find out some information. Brian Berquist, I talked to him briefly, and Shelley had an email from him. It's annual, contribution of annual allotment to Dane County for use to distribute in the way that they best see fit through Dane County. You will know it's benefiting Dane County. Our chance of getting anything from this thing is like really, really small to none. There are 4 municipalities not part of this: DeForest, Maple Bluff,
Cottage Grove and
Cottage,
everything.
yeah, and Edu,
They've chosen not to participate?
yeah,
Why?
and, huh?
Do you know
That was
why?
as of 2017, so that's.
Do you know why they chose not to?
Because you're not eligible for other grants that are bigger. And with their median family income, they're not gonna get any money
Oh, I
from
get
this
it,
anyways.
okay.
So, like Brian was saying, if you stay out of it, you can apply for discrete project grants up to $1 million with like a 50-50 matching, which you can't do if you're part of this.
Okay, so does that mean that if we had a prospective builder that comes in that wants to get funding and have part show low income, then we can't apply anything through this?
Right,
We, you know,
Habitat
or we would stuck with being applying through this?
right.
We wouldn't be able to go through that.
We apply for this every year. I mean, for the grants, I mean, we're part of it. We're on grant funding.
Well, then go over what you say, what.
Well, your chance of, so it's based on the need of the area and your median family income and everything. Basically, he said your chance of getting this is 0.
So, and what would we get this for again?
If we're part of this, we can't go after the other grants.
And this would be for development?
Right. And
Housing development?
for 3 years. This is a 3-year agreement. It would take you out of it for 3 years. So the only other thing is, and I'm trying to find out, is Brian said, contribute its annual allotment to Dane County, which I take as our annual allotment. I gotta find out what that is before I can make a good choice, so,
Yeah.
I'm almost thinking maybe we bring it back next time, when we have all the true facts, and I just saw that today, so. I mean, if we're putting money towards this and we don't have any say,
Well, if we don't have, not gonna gain anything with it, I mean, why should we get involved?
Well, I don't,
he said it wouldn't make sense if you're gonna do any projects within the next 3-ish years,
if we're gonna go after state funding.
or
But
federal.
But then, no, this says by participating here, you are enabling to go straight to federal and bypassing state.
HUD.
Right.
It's a HUD thing.
Right,
Right.
but if that money is not,
Yeah, there's other federal
Yeah,
funds
right.
out there though. So,
but if we don't do it,
then we can't get the funding through the HUD.
but it also prevents some residents from qualifying for Habitat for Humanity and moving out.
No. Different,
It says it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Failure
Oh.
to sign this disqualifies, and I know that we do have people in the community that use moving out.
So let's just
I
table
know.
this for right now and, so we can look into it.
yeah, I wanna know what our funding is compared to what it's not and what,
That we just need to do by Wednesday, July 13th, which
Yeah.
will be after our next meeting, before our next,
it would be.
so, if we can contact somebody and just say we need to investigate just a little further, it'll be on our August agenda.
I've already emailed the county back, a little bit back and forth,
Okay,
and, he knows where we're talking about it. If you're gonna do any project of any size, Brian suggested not signing this.
Would that include our substation, or would that be
I don't,
pure
I think
development?
just housing projects,
Housing? Okay.
yeah.
So how would this impact, I know that, like the school or something happens there, I mean,
I don't know.
it
Can't can't answer
I
that.
don't know enough about it, I guess,
Yeah.
to be comfortable
Well,
voting.
that's why I haven't signed it.
Yeah.
Let's say we contact them, let them know it's still under advisement, and we need a little bit more information before we.
Well, and that's out there now, to the Joe Precy's guy,
Okay,
so,
all right, then.
I have another question that I would have, is it says consortium member communities are not eligible. That means that we couldn't go after those, but could our developers go after funding through the state?
no,
You know,
that's another good question, right?
Yeah.
because if it means, just means that the village can't, that we can only go through go for federal money.
I don't think we have any big development
That's
plans
what I was gonna say.
coming up.
We don't even have one, you know, it's the twinkle of anybody's eye
Right.
right now, so.
Right.
The only big plans are the well house and the new substation, and those are,
Those aren't gonna fall under the.
right, and those don't fall under those.
No, but if you had a developer, which there's a couple looking at large developments,
Yeah,
and you're only looking at the partnership from home, and
right.
you're not eligible to go for the big grants for these people to bring more into your,
We wouldn't be
you're
able
only
to-
eligible for whatever Dane County and where they wanna put the money.
Right, like the
You have no
village
say.
itself, with those developers would be able to
Yeah.
do something on their own.
Yeah, and basically what he said is your chance of getting money is very slim to none.
Yeah, I was looking at, I think on the backside, it kind of talks about what the program
Yep.
has
Yeah.
done, and other than, you know, there's a few things I think that maybe some of our households could benefit from. I think some of those larger projects we wouldn't fall into. Major home repairs, stuff like that, I think maybe some people in the village might fall into that category of being able to utilize that.
But when they're deciding that, they go by the most needed areas,
Right,
and they also go by the median family income,
so
which
that would
takes us out of a
automatically.
lot of stuff out of there.
Out of the ballgame right there.
I'm okay with signing it if that's what you guys want, but I don't wanna take us away from bigger funding for projects that could happen, of $1 million or more.
I'm all for supporting programs like this, but I just don't think we have enough information, like what our commitment is.
Well, and I may have more information tomorrow or the next day, I don't know.
So we're getting, why are we just now seeing this, it came on
It just came-
21st? Wouldn't you think if they were gonna put a July 13th?
Yeah, that's a pretty
deadline,
short
they'd give us a lot
turnaround.
more time?
Right,
I would
yeah.
go back to Precy and say,
Yeah,
You've given us less than
we don't have
two
enough
business
information.
cycles.
I
Yeah,
agree,
and if we
Pam,
can't extend
it's
it
not
to
enough
August,
time.
we're not doing it.
Yeah.
I would ask for more time.
Yeah. That's how I feel about
Yeah.
it too.
So that means I will make a motion to table this till we get more information.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, let's go to E, discussion action, recommendation for econ development. It was a TIF application, grant loan combination. You guys have that in there?
I don't.
You don't, okay. It was, let's see. One was for, the same owners, but two different projects. One was for the building next to the bowling alley, being turned into, a bookstore slash coffee shop slash, and then the Blackridge Lanes, we're upgrading, and they're gonna create a beer garden, and, so they each did for each project they put in applications for $25,000 each for TIF money. Everybody know what the TIF is and how and why. It's gotta have a 10-year payback. It has to increase the value of the property for taxes to pay it back. And, Economic Development took it up and recommended that they did a 50-50, matching grant, TIF loan with a 2.5% interest, with a 10-year payback. And they recommended to the board the approval of that. The board has to approve it, so.
There's a draft, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
There's a draft development agreement that Shelley made up that she gave to me, so she's not here today. So it's over in legal right now. But there's a couple things.
Went to Bill today.
Yeah, so he's working on it. The one thing that was emphasized was the, security for repayment. So if the money is issued and, you know, just so the village isn't out the money right away. So how do you want that done? So there's a few different ways that she mentioned to me, so it could be like a promissory note. There was the, last time that this was done was a few years ago with
Amber,
the
the
salon.
salon
Was
with
it the
Amber.
same agreement?
Yeah,
Where a certain amount was set for the 10-year repayment, and, there was a promissory note issued to it, just because the nature with LLCs, you know, what happens if the money doesn't get paid back.
or you can still probably put a lien on the property, right, so.
Yep, that's another,
Yep.
so just things to think about that way of, you know, how maybe we wanna help, but also protect.
And I think that's why we paid legal too, right? So he needs to look at that.
Just any ideas that you guys have?
I would opt for a promissory just because if they've got a bank loan.
Yep.
We would have to take a second mortgage or whatever, and it can constrict them with the bank, so I'd rather take the promissory.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. Even with the legal review, is it ready for action tonight?
We could approve it based upon pending
The legal
legal.
review, okay.
Yeah. And it's kind of important for us to put our input to what we wanna see in legal too, like promissory note.
Yeah.
So,
And then the committee approved the 10-year payback, 50/50 with a 2.5. That was all committee approved?
Yep.
Okay.
Is that 2 loans, 1 for each, or?
one for each.
Okay,
The ones with
It's still each one, I mean,
Yeah.
each one's half grant, half loan
right.
for each.
Yeah.
Take a motion to approve it pending legal, or? I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Make sure we put the promissory in that.
Yeah. Like repayment.
Yeah.
There was there's a specific number in, the salons. There's not a specific number in here.
Because it's based on salon had 0%,
Yeah.
nothing for 3 years, so it's totally different terms.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So,
this will just be.
this will be a 10-year boom.
10 years,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Amortized.
Yep.
Normally.
She also mentioned to me the disbursement, just that,
We discussed that,
okay.
yeah.
She said that she would add an addendum of the schedule of repayment.
Yeah. All right, that's good?
Yeah.
Feel good with it? Everything you need?
One more about, nope, that's it.
Okay, thank you. Discussion action regarding village board minutes from 2 separates on 6/7, and then our police interview 6/27.
Make a motion to approve both the police committee and the village board meeting minutes.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, Danny, you have discussion action on financial treasurer's report.
Okay. So the notes that Shelley gave me.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you later.
Bye. All right. So financial reports, I'm not a pro at giving the notes, so please bear with me. So the treasurer's report is through May 31st, 3.9 in all accounts. 1.8 million of the total are in the CDs, which is the electric and library fund. The second half of ARPA funding, so that second payment of $74,000, will be reported next month's meeting. And that's going into the LGIP account, so that will be reflected next time. So that is the second and final payment of the ARPA funds. The revenue and expense reports are through June. So through June, obviously 50% of the year. So the general fund, our revenues are at 15% and expenses at 39%. The general fund revenues will come up once we get the, tax settlements through August. So since the second half of payments are due to the county in July, once they settle in August, it'll bump our number up. Our electric is at revenues 48%, expenses 44%. The proposed revenues for the 2022 budget were adjusted, by Shelley. She adjusted them because the, budgets were unapproved and, there was an expectation of the rate case to kick in for that increase in funding earlier in the year, and that has not gone into effect yet.
Do we have any idea when that's gonna be addressed?
No, I don't have a date, but it is coming closer. So she said that, she just had another meeting with the PSC this week, just finishing all of the, data requests, and the responses are getting all wrapped up and sent into them. Let's see, the other note for electric is that the PCA rate for June is high for the second month in a row. There's a demand true-up and bandwidth true-up in June from the Alliant bill, and that caused the expense in the bill to be really high. So that's the second month in a row with a really, really high, PCA rate, which is the power cost adjustment. So that is supposed to make up for any, so if we have a regular rate, the PCA, if we have more power coming in, or,
You're billed a lot more
Yeah.
money from Alliant than what you're allowed
yes,
to.
that's supposed to make up for the difference. So we're not just
It's
bleeding
not
money.
it's not us
Right.
creating it.
So what happened in the last couple months with
The bills were just really high, so that caused,
the residential bills?
um,
Or
Everybody,
yeah, okay.
so the Alliant bill was high, which caused everyone else's bill to see. So if you check on your bill, there's the PCA, the power cost adjustment on there, and it's higher than it has been in a little
it
while.
sounds like there was two true-ups though. What were those?
Yes, the bandwidth true-up and the demand true-up.
It's like that. Put a note on there, I'd like to know why the true-up is all within a month or two instead of
Yeah,
over a period of time, because it's easier on people. It's just not. All right, go ahead, thank you.
Thank you. Let's see, there was, the electric saw, a little bit more positive this past month on cash flow, so it just was an increase over last month, so it's making a little bit of movement there. Otherwise, water and sewer are doing really good, so just about 50% for both revenue and expenses. So water revenues 49%, expenses at 45%, and sewer revenues at 49%, and sewer expenses at 37%. That is what I have for financials.
Thank you. Make a motion to approve financials as presented.
second?
Okay, I do have some discussion. We do need to have a meeting, and it doesn't have to be everybody right now if they don't want to. I would like to sit down and go over a Vanguard budget and do one.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to be a part of that?
I would like to be.
Yep.
Yep,
All of us? Yeah, okay, let's do it as a special board meeting coming up. Okay.
okay.
I'll set a date for that.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
Can that also include the electric?
I agree, I'd like to do co-op with electric.
Yeah, like why we're sitting $765,000.
Well,
Right.
it's all for that reason.
Okay,
It's
with
for,
Vanguard, I mean,
it's for where the numbers come from and how, because Eller's told us something totally different from what we're seeing.
okay,
So,
that sounds
it's
good.
hard to set a budget if we don't know what we're on.
Right, so you wanna do the Vanguard, but then I would like to have a little more in-depth on, where she's going, like, how she's got this big expenses split.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Can Sean be a part of that meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
He should be.
Yes, he should be.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
I have.
All right.
Did we approve that motion?
Yeah, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Sorry. Yes, I dragged. All right, discussion action on planning, well, that's treasurer's, I know, discussion action on invoices to be paid.
I would move approval for invoices to be paid as presented.
Second.
Discussion on it? Couple more seconds?
I'm still bothered by the
Okay.
PSN credit card, $600 a year we spend
Oh, on
That fee?
processing?
on processing. That fee that shouldn't even be there. And I don't know.
I don't know, but I believe that some of that could be, well, they charge directly. So when I pay my bill online, they charge me $1.10. Is that fee? Or is that a fee to the village for processing?
For holding the card, I think, no.
Let's check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, check it out, because,
Because
you know,
if it's a fee being just passed through the village,
right,
seems
I
like,
don't wanna say yes or no, because I don't know.
yeah, seems like too consistent of an amount for that. Scott had asked for that before.
Oh, just like
yeah, we've
the
asked
49,
Yeah, the
whatever,
49.
that's
Yeah.
just to have, it's like a service fee, so like we have,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They make enough money. We don't need that service fee, unless we want to get another provider, and I think you'll probably see that go away real quick when you say that, so.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the one you asked about for the processing of credit cards.
Yeah, are we,
Yeah.
is that a different thing?
Is that a different thing than the credit card?
the 49,
$95 a month.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but she also said that she was gonna get back to us because Civics might do it or whoever else instead of,
I don't know how much it costs, that's available through our website is the way, so let me upgrade it
let's
to the
see.
gov office.
Okay.
Another, St. John's Inspection LLC, $4,300 for June. How many inspections did he do?
I can pull that.
And that's a wash, right?
Well, he takes money in and gets paid out. It's not money we just pay.
That's
Right.
right, yeah.
Yeah, we collect all the money and then, let's see.
Then we fill that out to the homeowner or whatever, right? To the owner.
There's half these bills, some of these, quite a few of these bills, like their insurance, the employee's insurance, that gets
Yeah.
paid out for them, and then it'd just be nice to see what's
Yeah.
actually a cost.
Yeah, there was 6 this month, there was,
So that's for 6 in June?
yeah, so there was a fence, there were 2 new homes, one
That's
at
the big one.
$1,700, another one at $1,800, another fence and a basement remodel. So there's a, was $4,768 and 24 cents was billed, and then there's a 10% discount through going through us, so we get
Okay.
something with it.
But that doesn't tell us the number of inspections, because a new home is multiple inspections to get to the point.
How many
of
times you
finishing.
And I don't know
Right,
that.
so, yeah, and
All right, I'm good, thank you.
So what's, I see 2 noxious weed notices, and we're paying for those notices, like, what are we paying for?
Just
Door
advertising.
hangers,
That was
No,
just
that goes in the
advertisement.
paper, it just
Oh.
says that this is
Oh,
a
that's
notice,
advertising,
that, yeah.
okay, okay. Like, why, we're giving a notice to somebody, why are we paying for it?
I saw it on your client.
Yeah, I saw it too, now that I think about it, okay.
Informational thing.
Yeah.
All right, any more questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, let's go to committee reports, number 6. Dan Vanguard, there was not a Vanguard since the last board meeting, but there will be a Vanguard meeting July 19th at 6:30. Yep. Factors Fire District.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, we met on, May 5th, and election of officers, so Fred Wolf is nominated for president, Don Ripp is vice. The secretary will be addressed at this next meeting. The chief just gave some brief updates on the office in the building that's being worked on, equipment purchase, a Jeep Wrangler was purchased from Kaiser. And that was about it for this is my first meeting. We meet again on Thursday, tomorrow, July 7th. Actually.
Thank you. Dane, Iowa, James.
I was not able to attend the day in Iowa
No, I
meeting,
wasn't either.
so I will, have a double, I guess,
Do we know the next?
next month. It is, 7/21 at 6:30 PM.
All right, thank you. All right, EDC. All right, we met June 29th at 5:30. Obviously, we had the applications for the loans. We approved the swim bus, half of it, complete with summer rec paying the other half.
18 kids went today,
How many?
There's 18.
18, that's awesome. That makes it worthwhile.
first trip out, that was good.
Right? It's got our gateway report, nobody was from the chamber was present. Let's see. The tips, that was about it. Well, we did have, a developer did come through and looked at multiple areas within the village, and, is very interested in doing something, it's still out there, so.
What kind of develop, like housing or?
Yeah, like up to 50 units.
Oh.
So, there are some interesting places. With that being said, the Greensboro fell through.
Bless you.
With that developer that was.
Right.
Okay.
So now it's back to square one. So, but,
So they put,
this developer looked at that site too, so
Okay.
we'll see. That's why I brought it up.
Never mind. Thanks for another day.
All right. Next meeting is August 22nd at 5:30. EMS.
We have not met. We will meet again, July 18th at 6 PM. Have not met since last.
All right, library. No Bailey tonight, huh?
No Bailey tonight, she provided me a great update from our last meeting. Her parents came to visit, so she is. Just a couple reminders, or just a couple notices. We did do her review in closed session at the last meeting. The review was positive and accepted by both the board and Bailey, so that was good news. We got that wrapped up. She is going to be presenting the space needs assessment as well as the ADA assessment that they just received at the August meeting. I didn't need to go into heavy detail on that, but she wanted me to share the library is looking ahead to the future and hoping to have more space so that we can serve as more of a community space and expand services. So they're excited to discuss the future of the library. And given that, she wanted to be completely transparent that they have discussed, reaching out to New Heights to inquire about the building for the use of the library. As it meets the space needs, we're finding that it's required based on the needs assessments. That preliminary, it's very preliminary, but there seem to be excitement about a prospect there. And for programming, the teen programming especially has been immensely successful. They did a recycled arts and crafts program that was well attended. They did an escape room that was extremely well attended by 2018. So,
Wow.
yeah,
You can
Kirsten and the Teen Advisory Board are doing great work on reaching the community's needs for the teens over the summer. There'll be pop-up libraries at the farmer's market and at field days with library card signups, browsing collections, fun giveaways of branded swag. And we have a new substitute, library page, Brenna Schutz, who's gonna be filling in for pages who are participating in extracurriculars or otherwise unable to make their regularly scheduled shifts. So they are busy in the library.
Very good.
Our next meeting is Wednesday, the 21st, I believe. Yep.
Thank you. Public Works, Scott.
Public Works met on, June 13th. I'm gonna hand it over to our Public Works Director.
I don't have the minutes, I don't know if Danny can pull them up, but it's not a big deal. What we're working on right now, Luke does have his CDL, got that beginning of June. I've got meter reads, finals, locates, we've had a lot of brush to chip. One of the days, actually, Vanguard had a demo chipper come in, and we had both chippers side by side, we had 2 truck pulls in basically 2 hours, plus additional chipping to do besides that throughout the village the next day. We tried a mulcher up at the tower to do the mulching project up there. That mulcher failed what it was supposed to be. I went back to McFarland's and told them I was disgusted with what they had offered us, and they gave us a full refund of what we had used, rescheduled something else in a couple weeks. Been working on some plumbing issues up in well 2, along with chlorinator problems there. With the new constructions, we've got curb stop, we've been raising up, grade for landscaping and such like that. Did meet with Bruce Company on Veterans Park, waiting to hear back with what they got as far as proposals, designs, such like that. Been working on and off with the fence around the well house at Park also. Did a PFAS training class in order to do some elective PFAS samples from the well houses, so waiting for those results to come back. Tree trimming in a couple of the outlying parks. Our lawnmower has been down for about a week for repairs. Had to get a rental lawnmower from McFarland's to do some mowing to keep up to date, up to speed on those. Have a stump grinder scheduled.
Under warranty?
What's that?
Isn't it under warranty?
Our lawnmower? No. Pass up. Stump grinder, I have scheduled to do stumps next week, and that's obviously weather pending. And we're still trying to get scheduled to get the crosswalks together. I think anything else that we talked about in the meeting, Terry, I don't know if you can remember. At meeting time, and we just talked about some future projects. I think that there's a lot of Vanguard discussion at public.
Cell phone and tablet updates, we just removed that.
Yep.
Write-offs last year, talked sewer jetting, we've got a CDL, paddock ditch.
Was on to get budget pricing.
And paint stripping when weather will cooperate. I think you covered it, I don't.
Okay.
All I know.
Some grinding, is it, I'm assuming it's more than just Veterans Park? Or is
Yes,
it
we have some other
locations?
outlying, I think I have, I'm gonna try now, we've got 2-day period, so once that will be weather pending. Grind them out and then reseed them, so.
There's a lot of work to do in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right,
That's all I got.
thanks, Matt.
Our next meeting will be 7/18 at 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
7/18?
All right, Parks.
We have not met since the last village board meeting, and I need to get my dates right here. So EMS is July 14th at 6:30, and Parks is July 18th. I think, I'm pretty sure I said that backwards.
Yep, that's all right. And I don't think police has met either, right?
Just the meeting of the whole, that was our
Yeah.
last thing, and then I think, coffee with the cops coming up on the 14th, and I do believe that, Calvin is gonna be there. He's been invited.
Okay, so that's
He
done deal?
accepted.
So
He
I-
accepted.
Okay.
I
He almost dropped the phone, but he accepted.
He was surprised?
Yeah.
So I'd encourage anybody that could be at that to
Great.
help welcome
Very
Calvin to the
excited.
community.
When is
That
it?
would be great. So
When is that?
14th, on the 14th,
Are those usually like at 10?
9 o'clock, I think, or
It's on the door out there, I
It's on
know.
the door out front.
9 to 11?
That's what it is.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, I bet he was.
And, we won't probably schedule another meeting until, Calvin comes on, I would think.
Yeah, there's probably not much.
Probably not much.
Did we know when he was coming? It was like October or something, did I hear?
Isn't there,
Coastal Patrol training right
Yeah.
now, so
Okay.
could be September, could be October.
Yep, good news. Okay. All right, let's go back up to, number 5I, consideration motion to go into closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, parent 1, parent C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance, evaluation of data of any public employee which the governing body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility. Clerk treasurer position. Roll call vote.
All right, Mitch Hodson,
Yes.
James Coyle,
Yes.
Scott Patchin,
Yes.
Louis-Reindl,
Yes.
Jared Brammerson,
Yeah.
Terry Moyer,
yeah,
and Tyler Munson, still absent.
Closed session, so I'm gonna ask you to leave too, and,
We gotta get that one off.
So is this where you want me to make the motion?
yeah,
I make a motion to adopt the protocol changes.
Did you do I already?
oh, we didn't do a roll call. Do we need a roll call?
Oh,
we don't have to do roll call to come out.
Okay.
No. Okay, I make a motion to adopt the protocol changes as discussed in closed session.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Number 7, hold on.
Are you good?
And what I will do is type up the protocol list as we discussed in an email draft to all of you to make sure we have everything.
Everybody don't respond as a group.
Yeah.
No, just respond to me.
Please.
Yep. Is that good?
Yeah,
I
and
can
if somebody
send it to you.
responds and has a problem, let me know.
Yeah, I
Otherwise,
will.
I'm gonna go forward with it.
Yep, I will, yep. Well, you will get the final document after any changes have been made. Okay.
Don't want to yell at me.
Danny will yell too.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm real scared.
Okay, number 7, we're good.
All right, good?
7's good.
Okay. Any other business that can be brought before the board for future agendas?
The site plan, or the,
Well, it might be moot point because it's gonna be due before I can sign it unless they extend the time, and then I'll put it on the agenda. We might not be in it anyway. Meeting announcements, I think we need to set a meeting date for budgeting for Vanguard.
Is that the Vanguard slash electric?
Yeah. Budget.
Just so you know, that August 2nd date, I'm off. I'm out of town that week, so I will not be at the August board meeting.
Woo, party.
Yeah,
Right,
August 2 is the next board meeting.
yeah,
yeah.
I'll be gone.
How soon we wanna do that, budget true up or whatever?
We gotta set the date for that. Or did you wanna try to do it at the meeting or before? I think we should do it before. All right, or that, setting a date? Or do you wanna just put it, you won't be there, but
No, that's fine, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's.
should we just do it at the next board meeting?
You're talking about budget?
Budget, or should we do it sooner? I'm okay either way.
Just sooner.
Yeah.
Is there any action that might be as a result of that meeting we can take in August? Not really? Okay.
No, I think it's just getting our hands around things and trying
Okay.
to figure out what's really.
That would be the only,
Right.
yeah.
Last week of July, or, no, it'll be gone the week of the 18th.
She needs to be here for that.
In the last week in July, then we're almost.
So
to the
week
August
18,
2nd.
she's gone, so it'll be last,
45?
and what's the difference between 25th and the 2nd?
Yeah.
July,
Yeah,
25th is fine with me.
Is she back to the 25th?
Is that Monday?
Yeah, okay. I'm right with 25th.
And so what time?
What time would you like? Say, is 6 okay, Pam?
What?
Is 6 okay on the 25th,
On a Monday?
on a Monday?
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Again, I work late on Monday, so I'll roll in as soon as I can, right?
Yep.
Just roll in. Same with the economic development. Okay.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Yep.
All in favor?
Yep.
Aye. Thanks.
Thanks, all.
I've been married 31 years, so.
Oh.